This is the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S Cabriolet, and it's not just a refresh. For the first time, the 911 Turbo is a T-hybrid, pairing its iconic flat six with motorsport-derived electrification. The result? A monstrous 701 horsepower and an ability to erase turbo lag entirely. This technology doesn't just make it faster, it fundamentally changes the nature of long-range, top-down performance. Porsche engineered this car not just for the track, but for effortless long-haul cruising, with advanced active suspension designed to minimize fatigue. But the core question remains: does the added complexity and weight compromise the legendary 911 feel? Or has Porsche found the perfect balance of bulletproof build quality and blistering performance that makes it the ultimate collector's piece and a strong asset against depreciation? Stay with us. For more than 60 years, the Porsche 911 has been the gold standard for blending track capability with genuine long-distance comfort. The Turbo S models, in particular, have always been the ultimate expression of that philosophy. A two-door grand tourer that can quietly cross a continent or demolish a racetrack, often on the same day. This reputation for engineering and versatility is exactly why the 911 retains industry-leading value, a key consideration for any discerning buyer. But in 2026, the game fundamentally changes. The introduction of the T-hybrid system into the flagship 911 Turbo S is the most significant shift the model has seen in a generation. This hybrid approach is not just a nod to efficiency. It's a dedicated pursuit of performance, unlocking 701 horsepower while simultaneously eradicating the last vestiges of turbo lag. It's technology straight from the 919 hybrid Le Mans racer, now packaged for the road. This launch is critical particularly for our audience in the US, UK, and Scandinavia, because it directly addresses the desire for uncompromising power without sacrificing usability. We need to know: does the added hybrid complexity affect the legendary build quality and long-term reliability that Porsche owners expect? And how will a hybrid supercar impact the 911's famously low depreciation rate? In the next section, we'll take a meticulous look at the fit, finish, and the advanced ergonomics of the 911 Turbo S Cabriolet to see if this new breed of supercar can maintain its status as the perfect, enduring all-rounder. Let's zero in on the engineering that makes this 911 the most powerful road-going model in history. Power is up to a colossal 701 horsepower, a gain of 61 horsepower over the previous generation. Torque stands at 590 pound-feet, but here is the key for the driving experience. The torque is delivered instantaneously and across an incredibly wide band thanks to the T-hybrid system. This is achieved by fitting the new, larger 3.6-liter flat-six engine with two electrically assisted turbos, known as e-turbos. These e-turbos virtually eliminate turbo lag, giving you the immediate throttle response of a naturally aspirated engine, but with the immense boost of forced induction. The car can now rocket from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a blinding 2.4 seconds. Now, on to the things that matter most for long-term ownership: comfort and control. Porsche has made significant advancements in the chassis. The new electro-hydraulically controlled Porsche Dynamic Chassis Control, or ehPDCC, is now standard. This system is faster and more precise than its predecessor, actively reducing body roll to keep the car perfectly flat through corners. For the driver and passenger, this means a car that is dramatically sharper when you want it to be, yet smoother and more composed on long highway journeys, a genuine enhancement to the long-range comfort we prioritize. The optional front axle lift system is also faster, making steep driveways and parking ramps in the city an effortless affair, preserving the value and the underbelly of your investment. Inside the Cabriolet, the legendary Porsche build quality is evident. We find Adaptive Sport Seats Plus as standard equipment, which are 18-way adjustable, providing superb support for aggressive driving, yet supreme comfort over hundreds of miles. A major win for your target audience. The cabin is trimmed in premium leather with sophisticated accents and a new fully digital gauge cluster. Purists may debate the loss of the analog tachometer, but the new digital screen allows for a classic view, and the overall ergonomics remain impeccable, with the steering wheel and key controls perfectly positioned. However, a masterpiece always has its complexities. The new hybrid system adds around 180 pounds to the vehicle's weight. While Porsche's engineers claim they've compensated for the weight in the handling, this additional complexity does raise questions about long-term maintenance costs and the ultimate durability of the T-hybrid system over 10 years of ownership. We've seen other high-end hybrids struggle with depreciation once batteries age, and this is a critical weakness we must address later. Finally, the price of entry starts near the $285,000 mark. That's a significant investment, and it demands scrutiny. Is the performance improvement worth the added cost and potential depreciation risks? Before we reveal our final thoughts and buying advice, let's drill down into the surprising benefits and potential headaches of life with this 701 horsepower hybrid convertible. We've seen the numbers: 701 horsepower, 2.4 seconds to 60, but a Porsche is always defined by the way it moves, not just the stats on a sheet. This is the moment of truth. Does the T-hybrid system make the car feel bloated or dulled by the extra 180 pounds? The answer, frankly, is a resounding no. Porsche has achieved a miracle. Hitting the throttle in Sport Plus mode with the roof down is an assault on your senses. The twin electric turbos, or e-turbos, coupled with the electric motor, vaporize turbo lag. Where the old Turbo S had a momentary pause, this car simply launches with a seamless, crushing force of acceleration that feels endless. It's an instantaneous shove that is deeply addictive, and the sound from the titanium sports exhaust system is pure high-revving flat-six theater that hasn't been diluted by the hybrid bits. But the real shock comes in the corners. You expect a high-horsepower convertible to exhibit some wiggle, some hint of its heft. Yet, thanks to the electro-hydraulic ePDCC system, the car holds a line with surreal composure. It simply refuses to roll. The engineers didn't just compensate for the extra weight. They used the T-hybrid's 400-volt system to power the chassis control faster and better than ever before. This is the turning point, the point where the 2026 911 Turbo S Cabriolet exceeds all expectations, proving it is not only faster, but somehow more agile and more comfortable than its predecessor. This performance is a testament to the build quality and engineering pedigree, and for buyers planning a cross-continent road trip, this agility translates directly into effortless, long-range comfort and stability at speed. The power is intoxicating, the handling is physics-defying, and the build quality is undeniably there. The question now shifts from, can it perform, to the most critical factor for this market. Can this complex, six-figure machine maintain the financial stability and legendary depreciation curve of its forebears? Let's talk about the bottom line. So, here is the final, authoritative verdict on the 2026 Porsche 911 Turbo S Cabriolet. This car is a technological triumph. The pros are undeniable. 701 instant horsepower that redefines acceleration, world-class build quality you can trust for the long term, and chassis dynamics that, thanks to ehPDCC, make it an incredibly stable and comfortable long-distance tourer. Porsche has ensured the crucial ergonomics are flawless, with 18-way adjustable seats and fast-acting front axle lift for daily practicality. However, the cons center squarely on financial risk. The hybrid complexity introduces expensive future maintenance unknowns, and while the 911 Turbo typically has excellent value retention, the initial sticker price is substantial. The question of how the market will value a high-mileage first-generation T-hybrid in 5 to 7 years remains the biggest uncertainty. This convertible is not for the buyer concerned with every penny of depreciation. It is for the decisive enthusiast, our audience in the US, Canada, the UK, and the Nordics, who demands the absolute pinnacle of open-air, grand touring, prioritizes effortless performance with everyday usability, and sees the initial cost as the price of owning the fastest, most advanced, and most exclusive road-going 911 in history. It is the ultimate statement piece, delivering a driving experience that genuinely elevates the 911 legend. Porsche hasn't ruined the 911. They've perfected it for the modern era. The true test of a supercar is not speed, but staying power. Do you see the T-hybrid system as an ingenious step forward or a costly long-term risk? Let us know your depreciation prediction in the comments below. If this deep dive helped inform your next purchase decision, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more uncompromising reviews.